Hello everyone, this is Isaac. I am going to be showing you all what I did for my final project. So I went to Kaggle and I thought, what could I do? And I decided that I would do my project on something that interests me, which is one of my favorite shows, Breaking Bad. And I found a data set and it contains data on every episode, data on how many viewers the episode got when it first aired, as well as who directed it, um, the summary of it. And I decided that I would work with this. So I'll show you on my screen here. Okay, so here we are. Here's my dashboard. So first I started off by just making a sheet that displays every episode by season, and you can switch between seasons right here with this parameter. And the graph here shows us the average IMDb score for each episode. And we can see how that changes over time. Additionally, if we are to hover over the data, it will tell us how many viewers it got. And so we can see how viewership changes and see if it's proportional. We can see this episode, for example, got a lot of viewers. It got about 6.5 million. This episode, Ozymandias, got less, but it is the most critically acclaimed episode in the entire show. And so I also wanted to, so my biggest goal when I was doing this is I wanted to see what factors contribute to how successful a show is as far as how many viewers it gets, as well as what kind of ratings it has. So I looked at a bunch of different variables in order to see this. So for viewership, I noticed that the viewership tended to increase as the show progressed. Here we see how many episodes on average, or how many viewers on average each episode got in each season. The final season easily getting the most. Every episode, on average, the episodes were getting over 4 million viewers. And with the other seasons, it never got above 2 million. Just an annoying pop-up. So I ended up concluding that release day was a very big determinant in how many views an episode got. Next, I wanted to look at ratings. So the creator of the show, his name is Ben Skilligan, and he was a writer on every single episode. He has a writing credit. Some episodes have co-writers, other episodes he's the only one. So I looked at the average review score for episodes that he wrote on his own versus ones that he did not write on his own. And I found out that episodes that he wrote on his own, which there are 12 of them, tend to have higher scores. I looked into other details as well. So one of the variables that the dataset gave me was it would give me summaries of the episodes. And so I ran calculations to separate the data in between episodes that contain a character's name in the summary and episodes that can't contain that character's name in the summary. So I started with the character of Skyler. Skyler is a character that is pretty heavily disliked within the fandom, and I wanted to see if that is reflected in critic scores as well. So we can see that episodes where the summary mentions Skyler have an average score of about 8.84, and there are 21 of these episodes. And then episodes that don't mention her in the summary, which there are 41, tend to have a higher score. And then similarly, I did the same thing with the characters of Hank and Mike. These are both supporting characters, and I found that episodes that do not mention them in the summary tend to have lower scores than episodes that do mention them in the summary. The last thing I looked at was to see how rating was related to viewership. I wanted to take these two variables that I was studying and see how they were related to one another. So what I found here is that episodes that got more viewers tended to more often have a rating above a 9. We see that on average, the episodes with a rating above 9 got over 3 million viewers, whereas episodes that got a rating below a 9 tended to only get about 1.5 million. So ultimately, my conclusions are that viewership tended to increase as the show progressed. The biggest determinant is how late into the show an episode is. As far as writers, episodes tended to, I'm sorry, as far as reviews, episodes where there is only one writer, being Vince Gilligan, tend to be more successful, as well as episodes that do not feature Skyler and episodes that feature Hank and Mike. And then lastly, I concluded that critics are more likely to give an episode a higher review if the episode was watched by many viewers. And now I figure out how to stop the recording.